Okay, so what was the question, Lisa?
Okay, and so basically, when you want to add 2 business builders, and do you just hold their hand for 6 months and or until they reach 6 figures? And do you just run them?
So what we do first is I say, okay, here's what I want to do. I want to get your products paid for this week. Who do you know? Here's what's going to happen. When you use the products, your cells are going to light up. People are going to start asking you, and we really need to know, you need to know what to say. Okay. So what we need to do first is do 2 training calls. So who are 2 people that you love and care about that are the nicest people you know and would help you with a couple training calls? And you would say, Ann and Bob. And I say, okay, let's get them on a call, and then we set that up, okay? And so Ann gets on the call, and I said, Ann, thank you so much for helping Lisa out with her training. Here's the deal. I'm going to try to recruit you, but just know it's only for training purposes. Is that okay with you? And what I want you to do is I want you to think of really good questions while we're doing this training so she can take notes, she can learn even more. Is that okay? And of course, yes, right? So then I would go through, and this is only product. This is only product. So this is just so you know what to say. So we go through that, and I go through, okay, I still do the tell me a little bit about yourself. I just don't peel back as many layers, okay? And then I just start with, okay, if I could do one thing for your health today, what would that look like? More energy, better sleep, less help dealing with stress. I go through all that. And I say, okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you to getting more energy? And so all of that. And then I just go through, okay, this is what it looks like. And then I go through the 5 core products. Okay. And you guys know that. I don't have to do that. And then at the end, I'll talk about the pricing if they ask that. But they're asking questions. And 9 times, the goal is not to recruit them. The goal truly is for you to learn how to have that conversation and do it correctly instead of verbally vomiting, right? And how to overcome objections. I'm overcoming objections because they're asking the whole time through. So you're learning how to have that conversation. And so, that's the entire goal. And I'll go through a little bit of the pricing if they ask that. But 9 times out of 10, we do actually recruit them. So, but that's the first thing I have them do. I tag them in the 4 Ps video on our ISA Rocks. Are you in there, JoJo?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'll add you in there and tag you in there so you can see it because you'll want to replicate that in your own page.
Okay.
I tag them there. That way it already plants the seed about the business. But if I just did this with the business, they're already in for the business. So I say, okay, this is what I need you to do, Lisa. When can we sit down? I need a list of 100 names, and when can we sit down and go through them? Because then I'm going to sit down. You go, okay, Thursday at 5. Okay, come over, and we're going to go through that or meet at Starbucks, whatever. And we're going to take that 100 list of names, and I'm literally going to go through every single one. I'm going to have an executive chart there, and I'm going to start texting and calling with her and for her for that. And I'm also going to have her start posting on social media just to create curiosity. So all of it's kind of the same. And what I talk about is the reactive side of what we do is social media. So you put a post up, you create curiosity, someone reaches out to you, you answer. That's the reactive side. Someone sees you at work and says, oh my gosh, Lisa, you look amazing. You're glowing. What are you doing? We've already done those 2 product calls, so you know how to handle those conversations already. The proactive part of what we do is, okay, who out of these 100 people who are your top 2 that if they did this would knock it out of the park? And then out of this 100, who are your top 10 that we can complete this chart? And when can we get in front of them? I mean, really, that's your goal. And I get through as many of those names with them as possible, as fast as possible.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty much it. I know it's like, you guys are probably going, okay, that's it. But that's it.
No, it's good.
And no, that's good. And then you just take them to executive. You help them get to executive. You just match them where they're at and just
Yep.
step by step.
And then I teach them how to replicate that.
Okay.
Sometimes there's then I'll okay, so we need to develop 1 executive on your right and 1 on your left in order to go to 1 star. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So then we need to take this one to 1 star and develop another one over here to go to 2 star. So I just start planting those seeds, and then I start working down their people who has their hand up, who is matching our efforts, right? who's hungry, who has a big why, and I match their efforts. And, you know, like I said earlier, if we have something planned and they cancel, the first time I'll let it go. The second time I'm like, okay, peace out. I don't have time for that. I just don't, you know. I'll love them where they're at, and I'll keep sending them notifications about different op meetings or different Zooms or team Zooms, leadership Zooms, all of that. But when they're ready to match my efforts, then they'll become one of my 2 that I'm running to 6 figures.
Okay. That's super important.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, I've spent so much time.
Right? I'm just like,
Yeah. I'm like, I don't do it anymore.
I'm a Lone Ranger right now.
I do not do it anymore. I don't. Dave and I did that for years. I wanted it so badly for them.
Yeah.
And we don't do it anymore. You know, we don't have time for that. That's going to slow you down, and you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to get, you're going to have all kinds of bad thoughts going on in your head. Trust me. Yeah. But when you have people on fire and you have a system like that with scripts that are typed up and everything, when you have people on fire ready to go, and you're doing business Zoom after business Zoom after business Zoom, and they're doing their own, and you're supporting them, and you're zooming in and all that, that's fun. Like, that's fun. You know, they're rank advancing. You're bringing them home, retiring their husbands. Like, oh, girl, I could do this all day long. And I know that it's my God-given purpose. When that's happening, when you're affecting lives and you're giving people hope and a purpose, that I could get you to Arkansas on that ranch with those cattle and those horses and waking up with the deer. Like, that's what we have. And I think people forget that. People just lead with the product. I'm like, no, don't lead with the freaking product. The freaking product works.
Right. The product works. It's the business that you want to.
The business. Yeah. What we have is so much better than that. I mean, yeah, we change lives with a product. That's a given. And that's amazing. And it's awesome. But I don't really want to hear about people's poop. I mean, how many times do we do that when we're coaching product people? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm being raw and real with you. We did that. Like, give me somebody with their hand up, somebody that has drive, somebody that wants to run, somebody who wants to make a difference for their family. And that's what keeps me up at night. And that's what wakes me up early.
It's good stuff.
You're like, oh my, she's all
no, good. I'm glad I got it on recording. Because and I will, have the poop conversation, but I don't want to do that every day.
Yeah. No, it's not that we won't do that.
Right.
But yeah.
Right.
I mean, most of the time now, honestly, guys, we have it so streamlined that we have our product page, we have our business page, and then we have a 14-day challenge page that our assistant runs for us. And we just start one challenge after another. So 14 days. And so most of the coaching, honestly, is done on that challenge. And it's so seamless. I'll pop on and do, here's how to do the perfect shake day. And usually it's entertaining because my dog walks in or something falls or, something. And then I'll talk, here's how to do a cleanse day. Then I'll talk about mindset. So there's a little bit of accountability all there. Gail will pop on and do some mindset, nutrition, just generalities. We have recipes. We have, and then people are, commenting and encouraging each other. And it's flawless. So that takes out all the poop questions a lot of times. And the time, that takes a lot of time to personally coach people on the product. And our system, Isagenix has great systems, but then when you can plug them into a group where you have realness, then it's so easy. It saves us so much time, and it frees up our time to have these business Zooms where that's where you're gonna grow. That's where you're gonna just impact people on a whole different level.
That's good.
Yeah. And, another thing I typically say, and I didn't say, is 85% of people just want to use the product. And so I usually say that in my business Zoom because I want to honor the company and not make claims that aren't true. And so I like drawing out the read a tree to show them what's possible. And I like drawing out that creating that power team and that it's a group effort. I love drawing that out because it happens a lot. Like if you choose to build that way, it'll happen a lot. But I do usually say not 85% of people just want to use a product, and that's okay. But this is what I know for sure. Right now, as we're having this Zoom, there are people on their knees praying for a solution to their health, but there are just as many, if not more, on their knees praying for a solution to their finances. And an extra $300 to $500 saves 50% of marriages in the US alone. That's what we have. That's the gift that we have to make an impact on that level. So the product's easy. Put it in your body and it works. But I think we have a bigger calling than that. I really do.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Amen, sister.
Absolutely.
That's good. All right.
Okay.
Any more questions before I take this off recording?
No. I'll think of it when you hit unrecord.
When I hit unrecord?
When you hit unrecord.
We can always hop back on a Zoom.